The gunshot echoed through the quiet suburban street in upscale Greenwich, Connecticut, shattering the evening calm as Orrin Harrington fired a warning shot into the air from his father's prized hunting rifle. In that split second, the 25-year-old heir to Harrington Industries realized he'd just crossed a line that could cost him everything: his family's fortune, his closeted identity, and the fragile love he'd been hiding for months. But as police sirens wailed in the distance, Orrin knew this desperate act was the only way to protect Jordan, the man who had upended his perfectly scripted life. It all started 6 months earlier on a rainy afternoon in downtown Manhattan. Orrin was rushing to a board meeting at his father's company, his sleek black Mercedes slicing through traffic, when his phone buzzed with a text from his mother. "Don't forget dinner tonight. We need to discuss your future with Emily." Emily was the daughter of a business partner, the arranged match his parents had been pushing for years. Orrin gripped the wheel tighter, his mind flashing to the secret nights he'd spent with Jordan, a barista at a small coffee shop in Brooklyn. Jordan, with his easy smile and piercing blue eyes, had been the first person to see through Orrin's polished facade. That day, as Orrin stepped out of his car into the pouring rain, he collided with Jordan, who was on his bike delivering orders. Coffee spilled everywhere, soaking Orrin's tailored suit. "Oh man, I'm so sorry," Jordan exclaimed, scrambling to pick up the mess. Orrin, usually composed, felt a spark as their hands brushed. Instead of snapping, he laughed. A genuine, freeing sound he hadn't heard from himself in years. "No harm done. Let me buy you a new one," Orrin offered, surprising even himself. They ended up in a nearby diner, drying off over fresh coffee. Jordan talked about his life. Growing up in a working-class family in Queens, coming out at 18, and the freedom it brought despite the struggles. "My parents kicked me out," Jordan said matter-of-factly. "But I built my own life. No regrets." Orrin envied that honesty. He shared bits of his world: the pressure of being the only son in a conservative dynasty, the endless expectations to marry, procreate, and take over the family business. But he omitted the truth: that he was gay, terrified of losing it all. Their conversation stretched into hours. Orrin felt alive, unburdened. As they parted, Jordan slipped him his number. "Call if you want to talk more. No pressure." Orrin stared at the scrap of paper all night, his heart racing. The next day, he texted, "Dinner tomorrow?" It was the start of something dangerous. Over the following weeks, their meetings grew frequent. Stolen lunches in hidden cafes, walks in Central Park at dusk. Jordan challenged Orrin's views on everything: success, family, authenticity. "You're living someone else's life, Orrin. When are you going to claim your own?" Jordan's words stung because they were true. Orrin's father, Robert Harrington, was a titan of industry, a man who built his empire on traditional values. Coming out would mean disinheritance, scandal, the end of his career trajectory. One evening, after a particularly intense board meeting where Robert praised Orrin as his future legacy, Orrin met Jordan at a quiet bar in the village. They sat in a corner booth, hands intertwined under the table. "I can't keep this up," Orrin whispered. "My parents are planning an engagement party with Emily." Jordan's face fell. "Then tell them, or end this before it hurts more." But Orrin pulled him closer. "I can't lose you." That night, they shared their first kiss in Jordan's tiny apartment, a moment of pure vulnerability that sealed their bond. As their relationship deepened, the conflicts mounted. Orrin started skipping family events, lying about late nights at work. Jordan, openly gay and proud, grew frustrated with the secrecy. "I won't be your dirty secret forever," he said during one heated argument. Orrin promised change, but fear paralyzed him. Meanwhile, whispers at Harrington Industries began. Why wasn't Orrin pursuing Emily? Robert confronted him. "Son, our family name depends on stability. Don't disappoint me." The turning point came at a charity gala. Orrin arrived with Emily on his arm, as expected, but spotted Jordan across the room, volunteering as a server. Their eyes met and the pain was electric. Later, in a secluded hallway, Jordan cornered him. "This is torture, Oren. Choose. Me or your facade." Oren hesitated, then kissed him fiercely. But a photographer snapped a photo from afar, the beginning of the unraveling. The next morning, the photo leaked online, anonymous but damaging. Rumors swirled. Robert summoned Oren to his office. "Explain this," he demanded, slamming the printout down. Oren's heart pounded. "Dad, I'm gay. Jordan is. He's important to me." Robert's face twisted in rage. "You'll end this nonsense or you're out. No son of mine will tarnish our legacy." Devastated, Oren went to Jordan, who held him as he cried. "We'll fight this together," Jordan said. But the pressure intensified. Emily's family threatened to pull investments. Oren's mother pleaded, "Think of your future children." Torn, Oren made a fateful decision. He proposed a fake engagement to Emily to buy time, hoping to placate his family while figuring out a way forward. Jordan found out through a mutual friend and confronted Oren in fury. "You're betraying us both." The argument escalated, words like daggers. Jordan stormed out, leaving Oren alone with his regrets. That night, Oren drank too much, spiraling into despair. In a haze, he grabbed his father's rifle from the family safe, a symbol of the masculinity he'd never embodied, and drove to Jordan's place, intent on proving his commitment in the most dramatic way. Standing outside Jordan's building, Oren fired the shot to get attention, screaming, "I choose you!" Neighbors called the police. Jordan rushed out, horrified. As sirens approached, Oren dropped the gun, realizing the madness of his act. "What have I done?" he whispered. The arrest was swift. Handcuffed in the back of the squad car, Oren watched Jordan's tear-streaked face fade away. This wasn't freedom. It was chaos. The media frenzy began. Harrington airs meltdown. Gay scandal rocks empire. Robert disowned him publicly. Jordan, caught in the crossfire, lost his job amid the backlash. In jail that night, Oren reflected on the choices that led here. The love that ignited his soul had now burned everything down. But as dawn broke, a visitor arrived. Jordan, with bail money scraped together from friends. "I'm not giving up on us," he said through the glass. Oren nodded, resolve hardening. The real fight was just beginning. Released on bail the next morning, Oren stepped into the harsh sunlight outside the precinct, shielding his eyes from the flashing cameras. Jordan was there, waiting in a beat-up Honda, his expression a mix of relief and anger. "Get in before they swarm us," he urged. As they drove away, silence hung heavy. Oren finally broke it. "I'm sorry. I lost control." Jordan gripped the wheel. "You could have killed someone, Oren, including yourself. Is this what love looks like to you?" They headed to Jordan's apartment, the only safe haven left. Inside, Oren collapsed on the couch, the weight of his actions crashing down. His phone buzzed incessantly. Missed calls from his mother, texts from lawyers. Robert had frozen his accounts, cut off his access to everything. "I'm broke," Oren admitted. Jordan sighed, sitting beside him. "Welcome to my world. But money isn't everything. Honesty is." Over the next days, they navigated the fallout together. Oren's lawyer advised pleading temporary insanity, but Oren refused. "I need to own this." The court date loomed, a misdemeanor charge for discharging a firearm. More pressing was the family rift. His mother, Eleanor, showed up unannounced at Jordan's door. "Oren, please come home. Your father will forgive if you end this phase." Her eyes flicked disdainfully at Jordan. Oren stood firm. "It's not a phase, Mom. I love him." Eleanor's face crumpled. "What about our family? The business? You're throwing it away for this?" Jordan interjected quietly. "For happiness, ma'am. Isn't that worth something?" She left in tears, but not before warning. Your father won't back down. The societal backlash was swift. Old friends distanced themselves. Social media exploded with hate. Harrington's queer kid ruins legacy. One tweet read, Oren, once insulated by privilege, now felt the sting of discrimination. Jordan, hardened by years of it, coached him. You ignore the noise. Focus on us. But doubts crept in. Was love worth this isolation? To make ends meet, Oren took a job at a local bookstore, a far cry from corporate boardrooms. His boss, an older gay man named Marcus, recognized him from the news. Tough break, kid. But you're not alone. Marcus shared stories of his own coming out in the 80s, the losses and gains. It inspired Oren, but also highlighted the generational divide. Jordan worked double shifts at a new cafe, their evenings spent in quiet solidarity, planning a future amid uncertainty. Then came the betrayal. Emily, feeling scorned, went to the press with a tell-all interview. Oren used me as a cover, she claimed, painting him as manipulative. The story went viral, twisting facts. Oren's reputation tanked further. Hurt, he lashed out at Jordan during dinner. If I hadn't met you, none of this would have happened. Jordan's eyes widened. So it's my fault? For loving you openly. The fight escalated. Jordan accused Oren of regretting his choice. Oren fired back about the hardships. Jordan left for a walk, slamming the door. Alone, Oren scrolled through old photos, family vacations, board meetings. Nostalgic for the ease, but repulsed by the fakeness. When Jordan returned, they reconciled in tears. We can't turn on each other, Jordan said. That's what they want. Robert escalated the war. He sued Oren for emotional distress, claiming the scandal damaged the company. It was a low blow, forcing Oren into mediation. At the lawyer's office, father and son faced off. You were my pride, Robert growled. Now you're a disgrace. Oren met his gaze. Your pride was conditional. Mine isn't. The mediator suggested a settlement. Oren signs away inheritance rights for dropped charges. Robert agreed coldly. Walking out, Oren felt a mix of liberation and grief. Jordan waited outside. You did the right thing. But the cost was steep, no safety net, no family ties. They moved to a smaller apartment in Brooklyn, scraping by. Oren threw himself into activism, volunteering at LGBTQ centers, channeling pain into purpose. Jordan supported him, but tensions simmered. Sometimes I wonder if you're using this to avoid us, Jordan confessed one night. A new conflict arose when Jordan's estranged family reached out. His sister, Mia, called. Mom's sick. She wants to see you. Jordan hesitated. His coming out had fractured them years ago. Go, Oren encouraged. Family matters, even broken ones. Jordan traveled to Queens, leaving Oren alone with his thoughts. At the hospital, Jordan confronted his mother. Why now? She whispered. I was wrong, seeing your story on the news. I'm proud of you. Tears flowed. Reconciliation began. But his father remained silent, a reminder of unfinished wounds. Returning home, Jordan shared the mixed emotions. It hurts, but it's healing. Oren envied that progress his own family still avoid. As weeks turned to months, their relationship strained under external pressures. Oren's court date arrived. He pleaded guilty, receiving community service. The judge, sympathetic, noted, love shouldn't be a crime. Media spun it as a victory, but Oren felt hollow. That night, celebrating quietly, Jordan proposed an idea. Let's get married. Show the world we're unbreakable. Oren paused, fear resurfacing. With everything against us? Jordan nodded. Especially with that. It was a bold step, but Oren agreed, his heart swelling. Planning the wedding brought joy amid chaos, venue hunts, ring shopping. But Robert learned of it and sent a cease and desist, claiming trademark on the family name. Absurd, but hurtful. Friends rallied. Marcus offered his backyard. Mia agreed to attend. The ceremony approached, a symbol of defiance. Yet, on the eve, Oren received an anonymous email. Compromising photos from their early days, threatening exposure unless he called off the wedding. Panic set in. Who would do this? Jordan asked. Oren suspected Emily or even Robert's associates. Confronting the unknown extortionist became their next battle. Oren decided to go public first, posting a statement online. Our love won't be blackmailed. The response was overwhelming. Support from strangers, condemnation of the threats. The photos never surfaced, the coward backing down. The wedding day dawned bright. In Marcus's garden, surrounded by allies, Oren and Jordan exchanged vows. I choose you every day, Oren said. Jordan echoed. Through every storm, as they kissed, cheers erupted. But absent were Oren's parents, a poignant absence. Honeymooning in a cheap upstate cabin, they reflected. We've paid dearly, Jordan said. But we're free. Oren nodded, but doubts lingered. Was this happiness sustainable? Back in Brooklyn, reality hit hard. The wedding glow faded as bills piled up. Oren's community service at a youth shelter exposed him to stories worse than his own. Teens kicked out for being gay, surviving on streets. It fueled his passion but drained him emotionally. These kids need more than I can give, he confided in Jordan one night. Jordan, now managing the cafe, nodded. You're making a difference. That's the point. But their marriage brought new scrutiny. Conservative media labeled them activist darlings, while progressives celebrated. Invitations to speak at events poured in. Oren accepted one at a local university, sharing his journey. Coming out cost me my family, but gave me truth. The applause was thunderous, but afterward, a student approached. My dad's like yours. What if he never changes? Oren had no easy answer, mirroring his own pain. Jordan's family integration progressed unevenly. Mia became a regular visitor, bringing warmth. But his father remained distant, attending the wedding silently before leaving early. Give him time, Mia advised. Jordan tried, inviting him to dinner. The evening was tense. Small talk avoided the elephant. Finally, Jordan asked, Do you accept me now? His father grumbled, You're my son, but this lifestyle. He left abruptly, leaving Jordan wounded. Oren comforted him. He's trying in his way. But internally, Oren grappled with envy. Jordan had a shot at reconciliation, while his own parents stonewalled. Eleanor sent occasional texts. Hope you're well. Robert, nothing. The silence ate at Oren, prompting a bold move. He wrote a letter. Dad, I miss our family, but I won't hide who I am. Can we talk? No response. Work conflicts arose. At the bookstore, a customer recognized Oren and hurled slurs. Faggot ruining good families. Marcus intervened, but the incident shook Oren. Is this our life now? Constant hate. Jordan held him. It's not everyone. We fight back with visibility. They joined a pride march, holding hands defiantly. Cameras captured it, amplifying their story. Then, opportunity knocked. A nonprofit offered Oren a position as outreach coordinator, leveraging his experience. This could be my new path, he told Jordan excitedly. The job paid modestly but offered purpose. Jordan supported, but it meant longer hours, straining their time together. Evenings alone, Jordan questioned if Oren was escaping intimacy through work. A major test came when Robert suffered a heart attack. Eleanor called Oren. He's in ICU. Please come. Oren rushed to the hospital, Jordan by his side. In the waiting room, tension crackled. You brought him, Eleanor whispered. Oren nodded firmly. He's my husband. Robert, weak but awake, saw them. Oren, he rasped. No warmth, but no rejection. The visit was brief. Robert mumbled about the company struggling without Oren. Come back. We can forget this. Oren's heart twisted. Forget my marriage? My identity? Robert closed his eyes. Think about it. Leaving, Oren felt the pull of old loyalties. Jordan noticed. Don't let him manipulate you. Temptation grew. Harrington Industries faltered amid scandals. Stock dipping. Friends whispered Oren could save it. One night, over dinner, Oren broached it. What if I reconciled? For the family. Jordan's fork clattered. At what cost? Hiding again. The argument reignited old fears. You're choosing money over us, Jordan yelled. Oren denied it, but doubt seeded. In a moment of weakness, Oren met Robert secretly at a cafe. I'll return if you accept Jordan. Robert scoffed. Accept? Never. But you can keep it quiet. Oren walked out, disgusted. Yet the offer lingered. He confided in Marcus. Part of me wants the power back. Marcus warned. Power without truth is poison. Jordan discovered the meeting through a text Oren forgot to delete. Betrayal hit like a truck. You went behind my back? Tears streamed. Do you even want this marriage? Oren begged forgiveness. I was confused. I choose you. But trust cracked. Jordan moved to Mia's for space, leaving Oren in the empty apartment. Alone, Oren spiraled. He threw himself into work, but the shelter kids' stories mirrored his turmoil. One teen, Sam, shared, My parents said choose them or my boyfriend. I chose love. Lost everything. Oren advised, it's worth it, but questioned his own words. Days blurred. Oren reached out to Jordan daily, apologies pouring. Finally, Jordan returned for a talk. I love you, but this can't happen again. No more secrets. They recommitted, therapy sessions helping unpack traumas. Your family's rejection isn't your fault, the counselor said. Oren began healing, journaling inner conflicts. Society's pressures persisted. A bill in Congress threatened LGBTQ rights. They protested in D.C. Amid crowds, Oren spoke on stage. Love isn't political. It's human. Cheers bolstered him. Back home, good news. The nonprofit promoted him. Financial stability improved. But Robert's health declined, forcing another hospital visit. This time, alone with his father, Oren confronted. Why can't you love me as I am? Robert whispered. I was raised differently. Change is hard. A crack in the armor. Oren left hopeful, sharing with Jordan. Maybe someday. Their bond strengthened through trials. Anniversaries celebrated modestly, love deepening. Yet, a new shadow loomed. Adoption discussions. I want a family, Jordan said. Oren agreed, but fears of passing on trauma surfaced. Applications began, bureaucratic hurdles testing patience. During a routine check, they faced bias from an agency worker. 2 men? Questionable environment. Outraged, they fought legally, winning approval. But the process exposed lingering prejudices. Is America ready for us? Oren wondered. As they awaited news, life stabilized. Oren mentored at the shelter. Jordan opened his own coffee stand. Friends multiplied, community embracing them. Eleanor's visits increased, bridging gaps. Robert, from afar, sent a card. Thinking of you. Progress slow but real. One evening, relaxing on their stoop, Jordan asked, Regrets? Oren smiled. None. You were worth every battle. But deep down, the costs tallied. Lost wealth, fractured ties, emotional scars. Was the price too high? The adoption agency called on a crisp autumn morning. We have a match. A baby boy. Joy exploded. Oren and Jordan hugged, tears mixing with laughter. We're going to be dads, Jordan whispered. But euphoria quickly met reality. Preparations consumed them, classes, home inspections, endless paperwork. Amid it, Oren's past resurfaced when Robert requested a meeting. About the baby, his note read. Oren went warily. At a neutral park bench, Robert looked frail post-surgery. Heard about the adoption. Congratulations? Oren nodded cautiously. Robert continued, I want to be involved. As grandfather. Shock rippled. Why now? Robert sighed. Losing you made me reflect. I was wrong. Skeptical, Oren probed. And Jordan? Robert hesitated. I'll try. It wasn't perfect, but a start. Oren shared with Jordan, who reacted mixed. Actions over words. They brought baby Liam home weeks later, a bundle of change. Sleepless nights tested their resolve, but love bonded them deeper. Robert visited tentatively, holding Liam awkwardly. He's beautiful, he admitted. Eleanor beamed, helping with feedings. Family mending began, fragile threads weaving. Yet, societal undercurrents stirred trouble. A neighbor petitioned against gay parents in the building, citing moral concerns. Anonymous notes appeared. Not natural. Jordan fumed. Oren channeled it into advocacy, speaking at town halls. Our family is valid, he declared. Support outweighed hate, but the stress mounted. Work-life balance frayed. Oren's promotion meant travel. Jordan's business boomed but demanded time. Liam's first illness, a fever, found them arguing over who stayed home. You always prioritize work, Jordan accused. Oren snapped back. Someone has to pay bills. Therapy resumed, uncovering resentments. Your family's reconciliation feels one-sided, Jordan confessed. They accept you but tolerate me. Truth hurt. Oren confronted Robert. Jordan is family too. Robert nodded slowly. Invite him to dinner. The meal was awkward. Small talk. Liam's coos filling silences. But Robert asked Jordan about his cafe, genuine interest sparking. Progress. A major crisis hit when Harrington Industries faced a hostile takeover. Robert called desperately. Help me save it. You're the only one who can. Temptation returned. The company was Oren's birthright, knowledge ingrained. Jordan sensed it. If you go back, what changes? Oren pondered days, weighing legacy against freedom. He declined. It's not my path anymore. Robert respected it, selling shares instead. Relief washed over Oren, but guilt lingered. Did I abandon him? Jordan reassured. You chose us. Parenthood amplified inner conflicts. Watching Liam play, Oren reflected on his upbringing. Strict, emotionless. I won't repeat that, he vowed. But doubts crept. Was he equipped? Jordan's steady presence grounded him. Community involvement grew. They organized fundraisers for LGBTQ families, stories inspiring others. One couple approached. Your journey gave us courage. Impact rippled, validating sacrifices. Then betrayal struck again, from within. Mia, Jordan's sister, confided in Oren. Jordan's been talking to an ex. Hurt surged. Confronting Jordan, he admitted, just texts. I was lonely with your travels. Trust shattered anew. How could you? Oren yelled, storming out with Liam. He crashed at Marcus's, mind racing. Relationships are work, Marcus advised. Forgive or fold. Jordan pleaded via calls. It was nothing physical. I messed up. After days, Oren returned. No more chances. They rebuilt, boundaries set. As Liam turned one, celebration mixed with reflection. Family gathered. Robert, Eleanor, Mia, even Jordan's father briefly. Toasts raised, but undercurrents of past pains. Oren proposed a toast. To choices, right and wrong. Smiles masked complexities. A new opportunity arose. A book deal for Oren's memoir. Share your story, the publisher urged. Writing unearthed buried emotions. Childhood repression. Love's awakening. Costs paid. Jordan read drafts, offering input. Honest and raw, he said. Publication loomed, promising exposure. But fears of backlash resurfaced. What if it hurts Liam? Oren worried. Jordan. It'll show him strength. The launch event drew crowds, applause affirming. Post-release, reviews polarized. Praise for courage, criticism for family destruction. Robert called proud son a milestone. Yet, domestic bliss cracked when Jordan's ex appeared at the cafe, stirring old flames. Jordan rebuffed, but told Oren late. Why hide it? Oren demanded. Insecurity flared. Therapy revealed patterns. Oren's abandonment fears, Jordan's need for validation. They committed to growth, date nights rekindling spark. Liam's laughter healed wounds. Society evolved, two laws passed protecting families like theirs. But a health scare for Jordan. A routine check revealing a lump thrust them into fear. Biopsy waited anxiously. If it's bad, Jordan trailed. Oren, we'll face it together. Benign, relief bonded them tighter. Years blurred. Liam started school. Bullying over two dads prompted talks. Love is love, Oren explained. Advocacy continued, shaping policy. Reflecting on their arc, Oren wondered. Had the initial shock been worth the odyssey? Love endured, but scars remained. Liam's first day of kindergarten brought a wave of normalcy, but also fresh challenges. As Oren and Jordan dropped him off, whispers from other parents stung. Two fathers? Poor kid. Jordan squeezed Oren's hand. Ignore them. Inside, Liam beamed, oblivious. But that evening, he asked, why don't I have a mom? The question pierced. They explained gently, families come in all shapes. Ours is full of love. Liam nodded, but seeds of doubt planted in Oren. Work intensified for both. Oren's memoir success led to speaking tours. Jordan expanded his cafe chain. Distance grew literal and emotional. Late-night calls replaced dinners. Miss you, Jordan texted from a business trip. Oren replied, but resentment built. He's chasing success like I once did, Oren thought bitterly. Robert's full acceptance evolved slowly. He funded Liam's education trust, a gesture of amends. Dinners became regular, conversations deepening. I regret my reactions, Robert admitted one night. Oren forgave, but scars lingered. Jordan remained cautious. He's changed for you, not me. Professional betrayal hit Oren. A colleague at the nonprofit leaked internal memos, twisting his words for sensationalism. Harrington regrets coming out? Headlines screamed. Donors pulled back. The organization suffered. Oren fought back with a press conference. Lies won't silence me. Support rallied, but trust in allies waned. Home life strained further when Liam faced school teasing. Your dads are weird, a kid taunted. Liam came home crying. Jordan comforted. Oren raged internally. They met with the principal demanding action. Bullying won't be tolerated, she assured. But the incident reignited Oren's insecurities. Are we harming him? Therapy sessions delved deeper. Your choices affect him, the counselor noted. Jordan defended. Better authentic parents than fake ones. Debate ensued, highlighting moral quandaries. Was their love selfish? Opportunity arose for Jordan. A franchise deal in California. It could set us up for life, he excited. But it meant relocation. Oren hesitated. Uproot Liam? Leave family? Argument brewed. You're holding us back, Jordan accused. Oren, for stability. Compromise. Jordan commuted initially, but absences amplified loneliness. Oren bonded with Liam, bedtime stories fostering closeness. Yet he missed Jordan's presence. Reconciliation with Jordan's father peaked at Liam's birthday. He arrived bearing gifts, hugging Jordan. I'm sorry, son. Tears flowed. Bridges mended. Oren's tour took him to conservative areas, facing protests. Go back to the closet, signs read. Security escorted him. Returning home exhausted, he questioned perseverance. Jordan, you're changing minds. A turning point. Liam's school project on families. He presented proudly. My dads are heroes. Applause moved Oren to tears. Validation. But marital cracks widened. Jordan's late nights sparked suspicion. Oren checked his phone, innocent, but the act bred guilt. Confrontation? Do you trust me? Jordan asked, hurt. Oren, after everything, yes. But fear lingers. They renewed vows privately, recommitting. Through every trial, they pledged. Society's shifts helped. Supreme Court rulings affirmed rights. Their story featured in documentaries, inspiring globally. Yet, personal toll mounted. Robert's passing from complications hit hard. At the funeral, Oren eulogized. He learned love's true form late, but he did. Inheritance surprised. A portion left to Oren, with a note, "For your family, emotional closure." With funds, they started a foundation for LGBTQ youth. Impact grew, but burnout loomed. Jordan suggested a break, family vacation. In Hawaii, reconnecting, they reflected. "We've sacrificed much," Oren said. Jordan, "For greater good." Liam thrived, outgoing and empathetic. "I love our family," he declared. As years passed, challenges persisted. Teen Liam's rebellion, questioning identity. "Am I gay because of you?" Oren guided. "Be you." Support strengthened bonds. Looking back, the initial gunshot seemed a distant catalyst. Love prevailed, but at what ethical cost? Families fractured, rebuilt. Society pushed, evolved. Liam entered his teens, a whirlwind of hormones and questions. "Why did you fire that gun, Dad?" he asked one day, having overheard stories. Oren sat him down. "I was scared, lost, but it led to truth." Liam nodded thoughtfully. "Cool, but don't do it again." Laughter eased the moment, but it underscored the long shadow of past decisions. Oren and Jordan's marriage, now over a decade strong, faced midlife tests. Jordan's business thrived, but stress led to health issues, high blood pressure. "Slow down," Oren urged. Jordan, "For our future." Roles reversed. Oren balanced advocacy with home life. Community leadership grew. Oren ran for local office, platforming equality. Campaigning exposed vitriol, death threats, smears. Jordan worried, "Is it worth the risk?" Oren, "For Liam's world, yes." Victory came narrowly, a council seat won. Change enacted, anti-discrimination policies. But power corrupted subtly. Allies pushed compromises. Oren bent on minor issues, justifying for greater good. Jordan called him out. "Don't become what you fought." Reflection prompted course correction. Liam came out as bi at 16, a proud moment. "Thanks for paving the way." Celebrations mixed with fears. His generation's battles differed, online hate rampant. They navigated together, family unit solid. Eleanor's passing brought grief, but her final words, "I'm proud of you all." Jordan's parents, now close, provided support. Retirement loomed for Jordan. Oren eyed higher office. Debates arose. "Ambition again?" Jordan asked. Oren, "To make impact." Balance sought. A scandal tested. A former associate accused Oren of favoritism. Investigations cleared him, but reputation dinged. "See? Power's price," Jordan said. Oren stepped back, focusing on foundation. Golden years approached. Liam graduated college, starting his own path. "You two are my heroes," he toasted at dinner. Reflecting in their garden, Oren and Jordan held hands. "From that rainy collision to here," Oren mused. "Worth every tear." Jordan smiled. "Absolutely." Their story, chronicled in updates to Oren's memoir, continued inspiring. But privately, they pondered the moral gray. Did their pursuit of love justify the collateral damage? The broken ties, public spectacles, emotional tolls on others? As sun set, Oren asked Jordan, "If we could redo, would you?" Jordan, "Every step." The end came peacefully, years later, surrounded by loved ones. Legacy. A world slightly kinder, families healed, love affirmed. But was forcing change through personal chaos the right path, or a selfish crusade?